With the breaking of a new dawn, there's also the breaking of a new Onkruid episode. Hi, hello and welcome. Welcome back to The Witcher 3. Welcome back to this little fun series where we mindfully make our way through the universe of The Witcher. Created by CD Projekt Red. And I'm not talking about the show, not talking about the books, talking about the goddamn games, man. Let me quickly check out the notice board, even though I have like enough to do already. Just a bunch of fear mongering, not really anything too crazy. Not anything to add to our quest list, I think. Hello, boy. That's fucking awesome, man. You could put some cheese on there, you could put some ham on there, you can turn that bitch into a fucking croque monsieur, you feel me? Let's head over to the herbalist's house. We will focus on the main quest again for a little second before getting into another Witcher contract or getting into another sidetracked mission, another side mission, and another optional mission. Let's take this path through the field for a second real quick. Just cut straight through. We make our own way downtown, walking fast. I guess we're going out of downtown. We're going out of the White Orchard city center. Let's get some crafting materials along the way while we are here. And let's see what the herbalist has to talk about. I'm not immediately gonna start stealing things. Hello! How are you doing? I hear some dangerous sounds. There's a wolf right here. Let me quickly take care of that, because otherwise that doe that we were spotting might die. Hello, wolves. Could have blocked that first attack, definitely. Learn from my mistakes. Positioning. Positioning is key. Move back. Gonna do some fire. Oh, that's not fire. I wanted to ignite it up. Gonna have to wait for it to recharge. There's quite a lot of wolves here. Let's try and use my devil's puffball. Oh yeah, that's nice and effective. Make sure we don't stand in the poison cloud ourselves. Roll back after a couple of attacks. Yeah, now we're cooking. These wolves know how to counter position though, that's for sure. Oh, there's a warg in there as well. Sounds dangerous as hell. This is a good time to use our flame, I think. Very effective against animals with pelts probably, because I guess the pelt just catches on fire, as evidenced by the warg right there. Need to reposition a little bit for a second. Someone is screaming. I hope I didn't light anyone on fire by accident or something. Let's get our fire in there again though. There we go. There's one wolf left, but it seems like he is running away. Triple threat. Kill 3 opponents in one fight using 3 different methods. Well, it's a game I'm not necessarily focusing on for achievements, but I guess achievements are always welcome. You are not eluding me, you final piece of shit. Well, I shouldn't be so mean against a wolf, I guess. He's just being in nature. Maybe they were not actually harming anything, but they did have a health bar above them immediately, and that makes me think like, oh, they were killing rabbits and stuff. That makes me think that they were a danger to the ecosystem for sure. We did slaughter quite a lot of them though, didn't we? And, I mean, like, what was it, like four wolves? 4 wolves and 1 warg, maybe? Then they were going on a rabbit hunting rampage. Oh, there's one more red dot on my map over there. Is that another wolf, or what do we have here? There is another wolf here for sure. It is one I was in combat with already, it seems like. Block the right way, please, Mr. Witcher. I was not blocking, apparently. Attack then, you piece of shit. Missed. You missed, buddy boy. Okay. Whew. Wow. Let's make sure that we loot all the wolf corpses as well. Maybe in the future we will actually learn how to skin them a bit more proficiently or something and get more materials out of it. But for now, I'm just already happy with the small amount of loot I can get. Wolf liver, dog tallow. Okay. Got a bit sidetracked. Let's eat a little bit of bread to restore some health points if possible. And now finally, let's head into the herbalist's house and see... Don't spit on me, please. And see what she has to offer to us. A fat ass is what she has to offer us.
Hand me the beggar tickets, the... Red bloom. Well, one versed in herbs.
Probably saying too much, but I know a bit. For instance, that beggar tick's poisonous.
In large doses. Small ones soothe pain and bring forth pleasant dreams. Which is all I can hope to do for her.
Looking for buckthorn. Know if it grows anywhere around here?
Bottom of the river, where the channel's widest. But you do know that once out of the water...
It'll stink worse than a week-old carcass. Counting on it. I'm hunting the griffin. Need the buckthorn for bait.
Revealing
I
quite
was
a lot of
thinking-
information.
A few years ago, we had trouble, drowners under the bridge. The whole village had to pitch in for a witcher. Who now can afford the bounty on a griffin's head?
Captain Peter Sars, something.
Ah, good to know the Black One's looking out for our welfare.
I mean, from what I heard the guy talking about, he was very friendly to the farmers and stuff. I think he might care about you, actually. But then again, it might have been a charade.
But this captain just might. Seems like a decent man.
There are no decent men in the army. They're only orders.
Yeah, I can imagine that might be true.
Not from here, are you? A lot of bitterness in you. Too
No, I'm
much
actually
for
from
someone who
Switzerland.
spent her life in a hut in the middle of nowhere.
True. And you're in a hurry. Elsewise, you'd not use bait, just wait for the griffin to attack again.
Believe we could have an interesting conversation.
Maybe next time.
I think some other interesting things as well, judging by the size of that rear. Let's ask her about Claire.
Ever heard of a woman named Claire? Lived around here?
Heard of her? A mild way to put it. Claire was a friend. The only person dear to me in all of White Orchard. Until her husband, Volker, quarreled with the lord of the manor. He then gathered the family and moved out into the woods to start a new settlement. The lord and his retinue rode there to convince them to return. They were to be civil. No forcing, no bloodshed. But you saw. Word is Claire said something about the lord's son, Florian. Something that made the lord furious. But who knows the truth?
Lots of misfortune for such a small village.
'Tis so in every village. Even the smallest. You need only ask. But let's not end on a teary note. Here, a bit of solace.
Well, she just hands me things because I told her about Claire. It's quite interesting. There was one more option. Something about a griffin injuring a woman.
Griffin
Oh, I didn't
did
even
that to
see her.
Delina. Yes. Attacked her at night. She was walking in the woods.
At night, through the woods, in wartime.
Meeting a boy. The young, you know, do foolish things for love. Wounds are healing, but she will die. Blood's pooling in her skull. Nothing my brews can do to help.
Could try to help her with one of my potions. Swallow can heal internal hemorrhages.
But
Witcher's potions aren't for humans.
she'll die as it is.
Yes, a peaceful death soothed by your concoctions. If I give her Swallow and something goes wrong, the whole village will hear her screams.
I understand.
No, don't
Do as you will.
don't make it my decision, please. Pardon me.
Got any herbs you're willing to sell?
I'm sure I can find something.
We don't even have any gold. She has a lot of materials though, we should remember. Wait, can she help us do alchemy? Oh, I can make something. Summon, another bomb, blinds opponents, destroys monster nests. Craft it? There we go. Alright, look at me, crafting my first items. Oh god. I don't really need to know her story right now, but that new quest on Dead's Bed. Can't we ask Lena what she would want, or is she really like non-responsive? She's straight up just floating. Excuse me. I want to get a shot of these herbs. Look at these candles, man. Yeah, she is definitely just floating. You sure you want to save this person? Because something fishy is going on there. Alright. This herbalist has a lot of crafting materials around her house, but I don't want to plunder her gardens without permission. Are we gonna go for buckthorn first? I feel like I actually want to, first of all, change up the bomb slot in my inventory so that I can actually throw a bomb if I want to. There's another warg here. I guess that's the first priority. I think that maybe I might just go ahead and try and save this girl first. Because we have met her now and it looks like she really doesn't have that much time left. We can't really dilly-dally before she just dies. I guess not a painful death yet, but if we can save her, I think that is our priority. Let's equip our bombs, change our quest that we're checking, and be on our way. Brew a dose of the swallow potion. Well, what do we need to brew a dose of the swallow potion? Celandine or Calendine or whatever. Well, yeah, sure, we can buy it, but can't we just look around for the herbs maybe a little bit? There's a random chest here. Almost missed that. Here we go. So these are the plants we are looking for. Yellowish plants, quite low to the ground. This might be another batch. No, this is blowball. They were yellow as well, though. If we don't find the plants quickly enough, we will definitely just go and buy them if we have enough gold. Oh, this is another batch, though, right? Yeah. Celandine. Couple more to go. This is another one. Absolutely blasting through this herbalist quest. Hello, sir. Good luck. Good luck. Chopping the wood, man. Nice birch tree. Oh, I didn't mean to bump into you. I'm very sorry. I guess these flowers won't add too much weight to my inventory, right? Because, I mean, they are just flowers after all. Looking for one more batch of the yellowish flowers. There's another corpse to loot here. Another rabbit pelt. Quite a lot of blowballs around this area. Out here in the meadows, in the field surrounding White Orchard. Not that many of the flowers that we actually need. But I guess not everything in life is always handed to you, right? Except for these rabbits, these rabbit corpses, they are handed to me. Don't need any more blowballs. People working on stone here. Nice flag. Is this like some kind of mining outpost? Potentially for the Nilfgaardian army, considering there are guards walking around here. Good day, sirs. Weird walking patterns. What the fuck is your problem, man? Yeah, this fucker. I sure am glad to be a witcher when I see people doing manual labor like that. Could never be me. I would much rather have my feet, hands, every part of my body drenched in some monster's blood after a tough fight than having sores and aches all over my hands because of the mining I had to endure. Oh, here we go. Awesome. Okay. That should be enough, right? Swallow. Craft item. There we go. Now we have to decide whether we want to give it to her or not. But again, I think if she... This is kind of an... You're not wearing any pants, sir. This is kind of an ethics question, I guess. This person is already dying. Do we want to have her potentially be saved? But then again, in what state? Because we can't be completely sure that she will actually be her old self again, I guess. Or do we want to just let her die a peaceful death? It's a high risk, high reward situation. Lena, I wish I could just ask you what you would prefer, but you're too busy floating around, I guess. So I wish I could also ask the herbalist for some more guidance, but I think it's just gonna be our own decision. Yeah, no, I'll do it. I'll do it. Let's see.
Yes?
I'll try to save her.
Got a potion for Lena. Swallow.
First sign of spring. Symbol of rebirth. Fitting as names go.
We'll see. Like I said, could harm her. Deeply. Works on me immediately, but I have a faster metabolism. Effects won't appear in her case for a few days.
Why'd you choose this in the end?
Decided it was better than doing nothing.
I like you, Witcher. Here. A small gift. For giving a damn.
Jennifer who? Who were we looking for again? I mean, we completed the quest, but I want to know what happens to Lena. I guess we might need to come back in a few days or something, or in a while. Received a couple of items though, and I saw that we already had... We have quite some new alchemy ingredients. Let's create an oil. There we go. Those alchemy scriptures and stuff like that, those are things we don't necessarily need to read, right? Where did we get the Of Sweat and Blood book? A veil hangs between the world men see and the one they cannot. This veil blocks the dead from the view of the living and the living from the view of the dead. Some mages can bake bread. Some mages can break through this veil and communicate with the dead, or else summon them to the world of the sun for short periods of time. This is the art known as necromancy. RuneScape 3 update, hype. The dead can also break through the veil and enter the world of the living on their own, yet unlike the necromancers, in doing so they are not driven by reason and will, but by a thoughtless, irrational need. This need arises from powerful emotions such as regret, longing, or wrath. Very often, these emotions gain their power by being invested in a material object by the dead individual while he or she still knew life. The objects most frequently so endowed: wedding rings, favorite toys, or the instrument used for the crime which sent the returned individual to the other world in the first place. Damn. So I guess this kind of explains why Claire was still hanging around. Maybe it's a book the herbalist gave us to understand her situation better. Her being Claire's situation. Okay, wow. So that was nice. Applying oils to your sword. Oh, so that's what that oil does. I'm getting sidetracked a little bit, but that's all fine. Oils are over here. 10% attack power versus necrophages. I don't think we are fighting any necrophages anytime soon. Find some buckthorn on the riverbed using your Witcher senses. Let's have Roachy Boy help us out a little bit for a second. Because I mean we haven't been using him today. Can he swim? What? He doesn't like to swim. Sad, bro. Swimming is such a fun activity. Oh, there's a quest here as well. Let's quickly gather the quest before we actually go down and get the buckthorn. Hello, old woman. What are you so fussed about? Looks like she's staring into a house that seems to be a little bit abandoned from what I could make out of what she was screaming.
Lost your key, ma'am?
No, not me key. Me pan. It's always sat there empty, this hut. That is, till the night afore the battle. A man arrived, walked right in like 'twere his own. Was standing at me window, peering at the goings-on. He must have eyed me, 'cause next I knew, there he was, coming my way. So, I grabbed me pan, for protection, see? But he just asks all polite, Gran, got any birch bark by chance? Lilac berries or even a few coals? Nay, says I. And you must be right daft to pester folk at night with such foolery. But I sees he ain't listening. Just staring at me pan like a magpie at a copper. Lend it to me, Gran. I'll give it back come morn. Was right baffled for what's he doing, frying in the dark. But I've got a soft heart, so I gave it to him.
Interesting. What happened then?
Afore dawn, another rode up to the hut. But come morn, only the first fella left, locked the door, hopped on his horse, and that were all I saw of him, and me pan. 'Twere old, black with soot, not worth much, I suppose, but I've no other.
Your eyes look a bit
Will you
messed
help
up.
me, dearie? Bring an old widower pan. I could never break down that door myself. And in truth, I'm afeard to go in any road. Such a stench wafting out. Methinks the other fellow, well, that he's lying there.
People are so casual about death.
Never taken on a pan contract. Fine, I'll go in, look around. You should wait here, just in case.
We just break down the door, probably with our word. Yeah, that's what I imagined. Art, is it right? Hey, is there a dead fella lying around here?
A corpse.
There absolutely
Explains
is.
the stench and the monocle. Interesting.
What's that, dearie?
Nothing.
Quickly gonna just loot everything in here because I mean if it was already abandoned.
And some old scars. Kind a soldier might have.
But when I gab to myself, they say I'm going barney.
Lighting the candle might get rid of some of the stench. That's at least what we did in my own home. Whenever we baked fries at home, which didn't happen quite all that often, but...
Documents. Almost entirely burnt. A few pieces still legible.
Found the pan, have you?
I have.
The priceless frying pan. Scrubbed clean. Looks like the mystery man didn't need the pan so much as the soot off it. To make ink, write letters.
That would explain why he asked berries or coal or only birch, which doesn't really make sense to me right from the start. But I guess with coal and with berry juice, you could also create, create a form of ink. I don't know why I would need rotting flesh, but I mean, if I can loot anything, I am just gonna loot anything. Hunting trousers, eh? How do those bad boys look on me? They are better. Let's see. Oh yeah. Looking like a stud. Also found some rune stones. So, corpse lying here, throat slashed. Hello, man. Burned documents found in the fireplace. I guess I should read them and check out what they actually have to say. The monocle, first of all, it's just an item for a quest. The frying pan is an item for a quest. The rotting flesh can be sold, but this is what I'm after. The burned papers. And when you arranged to meet, you fucking show up. I did, risking my life and the entire blasted operation, and ended up standing there with my plowing cock in my hands. Waiting for nothing. I thought the Nilfgaardian army was better organized than that, but you tell that blessed Lord General of yours that me and my companions don't hold grudges, so we won't break off negotiations. But since our old plan's gone tits up, this time we'll choose the time and place for the next meeting. Meeting gone wrong, huh? And the Nilfgaardians have something to do with it. We should do something about the corpse probably, but first of all, the essentials. Give the old lady her pan back.
Frying pan.
Mine? But mine were black with soot, and I could see myself in this one if I wanted. But them years are past.
It was the soot the man needed. He scraped it off to make ink. Must have had an urgent letter to write. Urgently burned some other documents too.
And the other fellow?
Dead. Round up a few boys and bury him outside the village. Deep, so the necrophages don't dig him up. And take my advice. Don't mention this to the Nilfgaardians.
Hang about! You've earned a token of thanks. Here, sonny.
Maybe a little kiss, huh? Maybe a little kiss from Granny? No? Okay.
Fry up a nice white fish for supper. Or a pie.
Such epic music for giving a woman back her pan. Baked apples! Okay, now we're talking. So, well, bit sidetracked. What we came here to do was find some buckthorn, right? There's a chest or something down there at the bottom. Or is it maybe like a lobster cage? Let's see. Whoop! Ooh. Give me those hunting gauntlets. I'm gonna equip them first because otherwise I might forget. They are actually not better. They are not fully repaired, but resistance to bludgeoning damage, resistance to slashing. Yeah, no, they're not necessarily that better. That much better. We might sell them. Sell them and make a quick buck though. I love the fact that everywhere around here in the Witcher universe there's just stuff at the bottom of oceans. What is this? Buckthorn. There we go. Let's gather a little bit extra though. Not just gonna get one sample. Maybe if we accidentally lose it or if it fails, we need some other options as well. I think that's all there is to the bottom here. There are a bunch of like fishing cages down here though, or at least I think those are fishing apparatuses.
Talk to Vesemir.
I should talk to Vesemir indeed, it's been a while. But then again, didn't the herbalist warn us that this smells like absolute ass as soon as we take it out of the water? So I think the village people are not necessarily going to be happy to see us coming. Rochi boy, you have earned yourself a spa day, bro. I'll take the walk. I'll take the walk. I'll take the time to enjoy White Orchard for a little bit. We've been hanging around here for a while already now, a couple of days, but I haven't grown tired of the village people. My hope is that by helping out people like the farmer, people like the herbalist, people like the hunter, that after all, the blacksmith of course, even though they are not that fond of the blacksmith, after helping out all those people, the village people might enjoy my company a little bit more. Although I must say, I have also hanged Dap for them, so maybe if they were a fan of Dap, they don't necessarily fancy me all that much. I still wonder where they hanged Dap, to be honest. Vesemir has been standing outside this pub for the past 3 days or something, so I don't know if he doesn't have any better thing to do, but...
What is it, Wolf?
Some updates on the mission. Well, I've already
Got
told
good
him about
news and
this.
bad news. Good news first. Captain of the Nilfgaardian garrison knows where Yennefer went.
And the bad's that we have to kill the griffin for him. What else could he want from two witchers? Go on. Tell me what you know.
I've already
Griffin's
told you.
abandoned its lair. Gotta make a lure, set a
I
trap.
haven't told you this
And
though.
how's that going?
Got the buckthorn.
Ought to work like a charm. Powerful scent.
More like stench.
City boy. Rotting meat, manure, piss. Standard smells of the countryside.
Or my bedroom.
Remember
There we go.
Tredigor? Hunting that zoogle in the trash heap? You spent half the next day bathing, scrubbing yourself.
How can I forget? You ever gonna stop bringing that up? Learn some things. It's a male, had its nest in the Vulpine woods. The Nilfgaardians burned the woods down, killed its mate, smashed their eggs. Thought they'd fixed things.
It's always the same. Instead of sending for a professional, they try to do it themselves, only end up making matters worse. Fine. If everything's ready, say the word and we'll get to work.
I do think everything is ready, so I think it is time
I'm
to set the
ready.
trap.
No point in waiting. Let's find a good spot to ambush it.
Picked one out already, other side of the stream. There's fields and a grove. Plenty of room and far enough so no one will get in our way.
Good. Meet you there.
Brewing the Thunderbolt potion. Do we have the ingredients for Thunderbolt potion? Yes, we have. Maybe they gave it to us. Increases attack power. Now that is interesting, or that is simple enough rather. And then let's make sure that we don't forget rather to equip the potion so that we can also drink it. Swallow is something we don't need ourselves, I think. Not at the moment. There we go. Can I try to sell some stuff to you again? I'll just get rid of it. Let's just get some of this out of our inventory, right? I guess we have financially recovered a little bit, but we are still struggling. It's not like 2008 crisis type of struggling, but we are close. Look at this man having little fish. I guess his fishing rod does work. That's unfair. What the fuck? Hello? Sir, I'm gonna have to arrest you. You are a magical creature. Ayo, what the? Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, something is not completely going okay here. I'm gonna leave this man up to his antics because, to be completely honest, I'm quite frightened of what he might do to us. Let's meet up with Vesemir. And I think I'm gonna be an asshole. And I'm gonna fight the griffin in the next episode. Thank you very, very much for watching. Helped an old lady get her frying pan back. Oh, that's a nice windmill to end on. First of all, we went over to the herbalist. She told us to get the buckthorn at the bottom of the river where it was at its widest. Warned us about the stench though, but the stench is exactly what we need. Gave us a fancy little reward for saving Claire, or well, putting her out of her misery, I guess, putting her spirit to rest. We went and collected the buckthorn while at the same time learning a bit about potion brewing to help Lena regenerate from her brain hemorrhage. And who knows how that turned out. I hope we will find out in the future. Helped an old lady find her frying pan in the meantime and got notified of some suspicious things going on between Nilfgaardians and a corpse lying there. Inventive of that other bastard using the charcoal stuck to a pan, the soot stuck to a pan to write, though I gotta give him that. Then we came back here, over to White Orchard, talked to Vesemir about our plans, and now we are ready to lay our trap, to set our lure, and take on the griffin finally. So that Nilfgaardian general, or captain, will finally tell us what he knows about Yennefer. Thank you very much. Hope to see you in the next one where we will take on the griffin. Bye bye.